Edition of Purple Rain podcast, and this is going to be really exciting because by the time this episode drops in your feed tomorrow, it would be 24 hours until we fly out to Minneapolis. Woo! Here we go. So, I know, it's come around, it's come around like so quick. I mean, we literally, it was the week after your birthday, we booked it. I know, right? Because like 2 days after my birthday, the takeover tour details were announced, and we could finally decide, do we not? And then we literally booked it. So that was the 10th, remember, and then on the 14th, when the tickets were on sale, we booked it. Because I was like, well, there's no point hanging around. Let's just get it done, because those tickets will go quickly, and they are. I don't think there's much blue. Last time I checked over the weekend, there isn't that much blue left on Ticketmaster for Denver. So if you are thinking about joining us on Sunday, I really would get your skates on, because I don't think there's going to be many tickets left. So yeah. So we're recording this on Tuesday, March the 10th, 2026, and this is going to be dropped tomorrow, March 11th. 2026. Basically tomorrow we're going to spend the rest of the day just literally packing, fish. We're all set, pretty much ready to go. But yeah, it's great set. So if you are just joining us, if you've literally had a little taste from Milan Cortina and you're now joining us on a regular basis, the one thing you need to know about this league is it goes by really quickly. When the season starts, it's literally just like a mad dash to the Water Cup playoffs. And it's crazy how when we come back, so there's going to be about, a month of regular season left? Yeah. Roughly. In fact, the day after we come back, we're straight back in it. Yeah. Well, because we're going to land back in the UK on March the 20th. And then the next day, March 21st, the Frost will be in Vancouver for their first visit to Pacific Coliseum. That's going to be really exciting. We've teased the entire time in the books there's going to be no rest for the Wicked. There's going to be no rest for we'll be cut. So if we come back, we'll be straight into it. Yeah. So if you are new to the league, if you've just joined us after having got a little first taste from Milan Cortina, this season it goes by really quickly. 30 games in a regular season, it's not enough. It's not enough, and we did know. Well, we got the schedules back in October. We knew this season was going to go really quickly. Yeah, no World Championship break. The Milan Cortina break kind of was the World Championship break because it had the same feel to it. Yeah, you got 3 weeks off. Then you come back at the end of the month and you just pick back up where you left off. Yeah. But the difference is compared to break the Olympics, break the World Championships. Most World Championships, we didn't really feel like, oh my god, the season's almost done because, there's still playoffs to deal with, and everything sort of had a fair few amount of games left. But it does now feel like, oh my god, it feels different to you two. Yeah, it feels completely different. Because instead of being like a handful of games left, there's like a full second half still to go. It's like, and that's going to go really quick. I mean, the fact we're now back into the swing of it, we're already, it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, so I know, it's hard to believe that because we only booked this thing back in November. We booked this literally back in November, and here we are now in March, and oh my god, time to fly out. Time to fly on out there, and it's going to be just such the best time ever. It's just going to be. How are you feeling? I think the bigger question is, how are you feeling? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to handle you on Friday. It's just. I mean, get the tissues on standby. I can already picture you're going to be a really emotional wreck. I know. Well, we've talked about how this year, 2026 as a whole, was going to bring my women's hockey journey to. What are you said the J word. I know. It's going to bring my women's hockey journey to full circles. Obviously, we had, back in February, we had rollercoaster. The first time the PHL has been involved with the Olympics. First Olympic cycle since the creation of the PHL just 3 years ago. And then, here we are now. We're now, at the time of recording this episode, 48 hours away from that first flight to Minneapolis to then basically go out there and attend an actual women's hockey game in person. I've said to her, like, if you were to take me back to my 13-year-old self who watched the Vancouver Olympics, you were to say to him that one day you're going to go out there in person and see it for yourself, I don't think he would believe you, because it just did not feel possible. Even if we go back 4 years ago to Beijing, it's still, the idea of this league, it still did not feel possible. Now, and then the last time we were in San Jose was 2023, February 2023. I was there to Patrick Moore's retirement night. Yeah, even when we came back from that, we still were not prepared for what was then going to come in a couple of months after that. No. It's been crazy to believe that this league has been around now, and yet we've done so much in a very short space of time. Yeah, it's crazy to see that. Yeah, but I honestly, I don't think I'm going to be prepared for you on Friday. You're going to be just an emotional wreck. You are going to be an absolute... Anybody's going to be in block 115, just brace yourselves. Brace yourselves, because this one over here, in the whites, is going to be an absolute emotional wreck. Okay? So just prepare, just brace yourselves up. So you're going to be in block 115 on Friday against Seattle. Just brace yourselves for that, guys, because he's going to be... It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, just, yeah. But yeah, this trip is going to bring my... It's going to bring my journey full circle, and I am so excited, so ready to get out there. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be really emotional, but it's just going to be the best time ever. So yeah, so we've already did it. So back in January, of course, when we made the big announcement of this trip, we already went through our itinerary, but we'll go through it again. So yeah, so we fly out on the Thursday. We fly out on the Thursday. That is going to be that's going to be a long day. That is going to be a long day. It's going to be quite stressful because we've never been to Ireland before. Our first flight is Manchester to Dublin. So I've never been to Ireland before. Never been to Dublin before. Brand new airport. I'm so glad we've got like this massive stoppage time. Because I've been for Dublin, we've got about a 5-hour stoppage. I know. Now that you're probably thinking, how are you going to be able to kill 5 hours in an airport in a country you've never been to? But actually, I think that's good, because for someone like me who's not been to an airport like that in a country we've never been to before, because I know where around Manchester Airport by now. I don't. I mean, I'm a bored brother kid. I know where that. But to go to an airport in a country I've not been to, you kind of need as much stoppage time as possible. Especially if it's like Heathrow, we have to go and we still have to go through security again, even though we're actually on a connecting flight. Yeah. So actually, I'm actually quite pleased that we actually have got 5 hours. And who knows, I might be able to get started on my book. Oh yeah, might be, you know. We've got to pack that tomorrow as well. Okay. So as well as all the other bits and pieces. I'll put it here. So, you know, I might be able to get start on my book. Yeah? Yeah. Game changers. I'm hoping to start watching the TV show when we come back. I've got some very exciting regarding Game Changers planned. In fact, I literally spent the whole of yesterday I spent recording the pilot for this side project I'm going to be doing regarding the Game Changer series. I literally spent the whole day yesterday doing that. It was actually a really hard one to do because I literally had to also tell you something about myself, guys. I also did some things that I wouldn't normally do in day-to-day, no mind being on the camera. So, yeah, so that's recorded now. I'm going to wait until I've got a couple of episodes of the main content recorded before we publish that. So I hope it's some point later this year to get that up and running and started. Yeah, but I have got the part of that now recorded. I might put that in post-production tonight. Then I know. Yeah, then it's ready. Yeah, then it's ready to go. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get the TV series started when we come back. I mean, why couldn't we get it at the same time as Americans? I said that, yes, on the part yesterday. If we Brits had got it at the exact same time everyone else did, I could have got that whole series done by Christmas, and then I could have gone straight away and get started on these bad boys. Because these are probably going to take me quite a while. Yeah, quite a while. Yeah. Yeah. So who knows? Might make a good start on this. Who knows? Yeah. This is the first book. Game Changers. This is the first book of the series. So I'm going to be packing that with me. If I've got any free downtime, I will try to sink my teeth into it. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. So just minor. Remind me tomorrow morning to bring this down. Yeah, so it's packed. Yeah, okay. Good. Yeah, so keep an eye out. It's all on Purple Rain? It will be all on, the side project will be done on Purple Rain, yes. The side project I'm doing in regards to Game Changers, that is going to be on the Purple Rain podcast. I will let you know when we're going to drop the pilot, okay? I will let you guys know beforehand when we're going to drop the pilot so that you know when to expect it. I want to record a couple of the episodes first before we publish it, okay? So, yeah. That is going to be coming at some point later in the year. So, keep an eye out for that. But yeah. And then there's Dublin into Minneapolis, and then from there... And we will be landing in Minneapolis at about 5 to 6 in the evening, Central Time. And it's crazy, can't believe this, but literally an hour later, so it's 7 PM Central, the Wild will be at Grand Casino Arena hosting one of our pack members. Hatter, and the Philadelphia Flyers. So, ooh, that's a bit awkward. That's a bit awkward. That is a bit awkward. In fact, my Sharks will also be at a pack member as well. I'm going to be at Boston, taking on Goose Team. That I think is, I don't know what time it is in Central Time, but it's because anyway, no. Yeah, so. So as soon as we land, we don't get a chance to leave instead of the hotel already. Me and Hat have got games on. Rest of you might have as well, but I'm not sure, but that's yeah. But obviously, because obviously Wild on my second team, I also get their results scores at the top of the NHL along with my Sharks. Yeah. Who's set them as favourites? Yes, those two. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so pretty much once we're in the hotel, that's pretty much going to be it for the night. Yeah, because we will be arriving in the early evening. We're just going to stay in the hotel and just basically get, if we can, a night's sleep ready for game one. Game one between the Seattle Torrent and our Minnesota Frost. That game is 7 PM Central, our time. Yeah, 7 PM Central Time, not our time, because our time in the UK is different. He's already got himself set up for US mode, yep. Yeah, that's going to be 7 PM Central. So, what do we want to do beforehand, though? Do you reckon well, sure we'll do breakfast. We could scout the area. Because Grand Casino is not too that far from our hotel, so we could maybe do that after breakfast. We could maybe go and do the walk to the arena and back and test it out, and maybe grab some goodies. Because I think you want to do some souvenirs. Yes, I want to get some souvenirs. I am hoping to bag the Minnesota Wild's alternate jersey. I've looked for it on Fanatics in the UK. It can't. It isn't available. The home and road ones are. The alternate one's not. Because I love that. Well, I love that alternate as well. I think the Wild easily could transition that as a full-time kit. And make their Bertie jerseys an alternate. That could work well. Yeah. That could work well. So I'm going to see if I can bag that jersey. Yeah. And I might grab maybe a Warty Wild t-shirts as well. Just... Yeah. Yeah. And I'm also hoping to get some Frost gear as well. Some more Frost gear. Because we have got a fair amount. We did get a fair amount of the summer last year. But I think... Ooh, maybe... When I saw my wardrobe last night for the trip, I was like, ooh, I've actually not got enough. Yeah, so... Ooh, so... Onto that. Yeah, and when we're in Denver, I also want to have a souvenir from Denver. With Denver, I'm not too sure what that will be. Nah, because in Minnesota, it's easy, because I've got affiliations to 2 teams there, so that's fine. We could literally just get anything. Yeah. But when it comes to being in Denver, I'm not sure what that souvenir is going to be. Yeah. I don't know what that will be. Yeah. So we'll have to debate on that. But yeah, but we are just so excited. Yeah. So the first game is going to be against Seattle in Minnesota. That's going to be 7 p.m. Central Time in Grand Casino Arena. How excited are we about that? Very exciting. Going to be lots of stars for the Olympians there. Because obviously both the Frost and the Torrent had a huge contingency for Team USA. And did they deliver the goods? Yep. Oh, did they deliver the goods? So it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so exciting to be there. And I think it's gonna be so exciting to see Seattle. I know, right? I mean, it's not every day you get to be at a inaugural team's game. You get to attend a game during a team's inaugural season. You don't get that obviously every single day. Yeah. You know, it's like how we were last in San Jose and I got to be at Texas Arena during the Barracuda's inaugural season in Texas U. That to me is something I'm never going to forget for the rest of my life. Yeah, because it's just something you do not get to be part of every single day. Yeah, so that's going to be really exciting. Should be a tough matchup because the Torrent are going to be desperate for points. They will have already played a game. They are playing Boston tomorrow. So depending on how that was, well, technically today, if you're listening to this on Wednesday, when we're dropping it. So they're playing Boston tonight. Now, depending on how that result goes, would we then look at Friday's game being a must-win for the Torrent? I would. Because by that point, they probably would play about, what, 17, 18? I'll look it up. Yeah. I'll get the standings up. Yeah. Yeah, Seattle currently played 16. Oh, so for them, Friday's game will be game 18. Right, at that point, they'll have played 18 games. I think you would probably have to look at... If they get no points against Boston tonight, then I think, yeah, Seattle will look at that and think, yeah, if we drop this game, we're done. We're going to have to start thinking about going for the goal plan. Which wouldn't be a bad thing for Seattle, especially how TO are making things a bit interesting. Yeah, because I mean, we had TO pretty much well and truly dead and buried coming out of Milano, and they're actually only about, what, 2 points now behind? Yeah. Behind the 4th place team. Yeah. But that could maybe all change. Play what happens on Sunday! Yeah. Play what happens on Sunday. Yeah, because TO will be in play on Sunday as well as us in Denver. Yeah, so on paper, you think the Frost should have that game easily. That of the 3, that should be the one we will guarantee to win. But as we all know, in this league, anything can well and truly happen. Anything happen. So we are not taking that one for granted and thinking, yeah, that's a definite 3 points in the bag. Because the other 2 are going to be tough ones. We're not looking at that. No, we're not looking at that at all. No. Yeah, so that's a really great first game, to be there during Seattle's inaugural season. That is just going to be something we're never going to forget. Never going to forget. Today also so that's the first. That's March 13th. That's this Friday. Now on Saturday we fly out to Denver in the afternoon. We land there about roughly sometime after 4:30. So for that we'll probably be just we'll be on Thursday. We'll just probably just relax, stay in the hotel, gather our bearings, get ready for the next day. Yeah. And of course, the next day on March 15th, it is the Takeover Tour game between us and the New York Sirens. This will be a very interesting one, given how these two teams. It's kind of an unpredictable matchup. I know always also is an unpredictable matchup, but I think this is also one too, because you just never seem to know how this is going to go. Well, New York has been a team that actually kind of has had our number. Yeah. I mean, we only won one of the 6 meetings last year, and it was our first time in Europe. First time in Europe, yeah. It was a shootout. It was, yeah. So New York has kind of been a team that over the last couple of years has actually had our number. Yeah. So, and given the firepower on that team, Casey O'Brien, yeah. Sarah Fillier, yeah. Christina Carson-Okaba, yeah. She's actually now really making her case to be Rookie of the Year. I'm still sticking with who I predict for that category, yeah. But I won't be surprised if she sneaks in. Okay, well, who should she take out then? Newark. Yeah, I can see it being Carlsnog, but the day wing. That's what I can see. Oh my word! I'm not gonna dare entertain that. I'm not gonna dare entertain that, boys and girls. Just no. Yeah. So this is gonna be really interesting. This will be tough because New York have actually had a number, but we haven't done bad so far. We've only seen, was it once so far? Was it twice? Twice. One at home, one on road. Oh! And actually, we won both games. Yeah. So, but, as they said, they have had our number in the past, so maybe that would be different. And I'm going to let Lady do the match, because we all have got the exact same page on the match. Well, I think we all pretty much are going to assume that Kaylee Osborne's going to start for York. That's going to be probably a guarantee given. But Nicole Hensley has got to start on Sunday. Yeah. I don't care who starts on Sunday, because obviously Manny Rooney had the game on last Sunday, yeah, in Tito, yeah. I wouldn't mind if she gets put in it. Well, ideally, you would like Manny Rooney to start against her on Friday, and then Hensley would be rested for Sunday. Yeah, because it's actually not a long turnaround from Friday to Sunday's game. No. And travel next day, yeah. So if I was Ken Clee, ideally I would put Manny Rooney on Friday, and then Nicole Hensley on the Sunday, and then throw whoever you want against the Charge. Yeah. That's how I would do it. Agreed. That's how I would do it. But if Nicole Hensley was to get the start on Friday, would you have a problem with it? No. Because they're both trust netwires. But I'm just saying, I would prefer Hensley gets Friday off, so she can then go and start the game on Sunday. Because, as we all know, she is a Colorado native. Yeah, she is a native Colorado. She didn't get to do the game last year because of injury, but I'm really hoping that she gets to have that start in Denver or something. Yeah, because the league this year, all the teams this year on the Taylor Tour, they've made sure to make sure that the natives they've got on that team get to have that moment in the spotlight. Yep. Not just by the starting lineup, but also going to do the puck drop. Yep. So I really hope that Nicole Hensley does get to start on Sunday. Yeah. But can I just also ask the lady, would you? Because I won't mind if this is the case. Would you have a problem if she gets to start on Friday as well? No. Okay. No. Ideally, we would like it not to be the case, so she can have Sunday rested, and given how tough a test that Sunday will be. But no. Okay. We will see. We've got no clue what Henry's going to do. We've got no clue. Yeah, because I had no problems with Nicole Hensley getting back-to-back starts Friday, Saturday, and then say we put Manny Rooney in on the following Wednesday. Wouldn't have a problem with that at all. No, I would not mind that one bit. But obviously you've got to Technically will do what's best, what he thinks is best for the team, and of course we've got absolute faith in him. Yeah. Now Denver's going to be really exciting because obviously, you know, last year with the Takeover Tour, that was just one of the best highlights of last season. And I looked at that and think, oh, wouldn't it maybe be great if we could maybe do that one day? Yeah. I didn't think that would be this time next year. Yeah. And yet here we are. We're about to head out onto Takeover Tour. I've never been to Denver before. Okay, I've never been to Denver before. It's been really excited. But I kind of feel with that trip, with that portion of the trip, the Denver portion, I kind of feel that's going to be more business than pleasure. Yeah. I kind of feel when it goes to Denver, we basically have to put representative hat on because we basically will be going out because Denver currently is a market that does not have PHL in it full time, but could be. So we basically, as day one supporters of this league and to the Frost, we basically have to go out there to Denver and represent our league with our heads held high for the pride, because this could be a market that could potentially one day, maybe next year potentially, who knows, land a team in their market. So we want to make sure that everyone who's at Denver has a really good time and gets involved in it, gets really engaged with it, because this league could be in your city potentially in the future. We still do not know what the plan is for expansion. It sounds like we are the league is confident it's going to be expansion next year, but we just don't know. We do not know how many teams it could be. I mean, I would love 4 just to maximise that draft class, but we don't know. We do not know at this point in time. Yeah, so I kind of feel like the Denver portion of the trip, we basically have to be going out there as representatives of our league, and we've got to do our very best to represent this league with pride. Look, put a little bit of pressure on the shoulders, but we basically got to go out there and show people what this league is and why we love it. So if everybody is coming to Denver, it's your first time, and you're going to be in block 122, do come and ask us some questions, because we are the best people to ask. Yeah, we've been with this league from day one. We know what we're talking about. Okay, so come and ask us some questions. Come and strike up a conversation when I'm not busy doing photos and videos. Yeah, come on, maybe do intermission. Yeah, maybe intermissions, that'll be your best time to ask questions. Yeah, but just feel free, because the more you are informed about this league, the better. Yeah. So I feel the Denver game, that is going to be a huge moment, because for us, it's going to be business rather than pleasure. We're going to be going down there as representatives of the league, and we're basically going to need to just do our best to show Denver why we love this league as much as you should love this league. Yeah. So, and you've been kind of saying that this could be the highlight of the game, this game, sorry. Do you want to start again? Yeah. Okay, so, you've been saying that this game could be the highlight of the trip, which I'm a bit surprised by, because you're not one for easily travelling. I know. I know. You're not one for easily travelling. I know. But how many opportunities are we going to get to go to a neutral site game? Yeah. How many opportunities are we going to have to get to go to a neutral site game? Not many. Especially if a lot of these potential markets then get teams. Exactly. So, yeah. So this is going to be like a huge potential moment. Could be like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Yeah. So that's why I kind of thought this could be the highlight of the trip, because when we get to go to we can go to Denver. So I'm really, really excited for this. It's going to be cool. Plus, I'm very highly confident. In fact, I'm going to bring up the current state of tickets for these two to look up. I'm very confident on Sunday we are going to break last year's total attendance on the Takeover Tour. Now, over the weekend, I double-checked the maths, because for each Takeover Tour game, I've been jotting down the attendance, and then obviously adding them all up at the end. And over this weekend has gone, I double-checked my maths, double-checked my sums, and they are correct. I'm going to give you the current total in a moment, but I just want to quickly show these two what the current state is in terms of tickets for Sunday's game. Last I checked, there wasn't that much blue left. So if you are thinking of coming, I would get your skates on right now. Yeah, maybe go, maybe pause the episode and go and get them done, and then come back and watch the rest of this. Okay, yeah, maybe just think about that. Yeah. Okay, so just wait for Ticketmaster to load. Yeah, here it comes. There you go. Oh! No, there's not much blue left. I don't know if I can show the camera this. Oh! I don't know if I'm gonna... Oh my word! Right. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. And because my phone, because Ticketmaster won't let me put my phone on landscape, so you have to deal with portrait, afraid. Oh my word! Okay, but I don't think I see it very clearly. But that is how much that's left for tickets. Like that is, I'm not sure that's quite clear. I did. Let's see if I can see that further. Okay. That is how much is left for Denver on Sunday. So if you are thinking of coming, then I would get your skates on now. Okay. Yeah. Sadly, Ticketmaster won't let me show it you landscape. It had to be portrait. See, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. So if you are thinking of joining us for Sunday's game, I would get your skates on right now because there's not much tickets left. Nah, not much tickets left. See, I was smart to get it done literally when they were on the day they were on sale. Yeah. But anyway, today, so Sunday's game in Denver has the possibility to break last year's overall attendance record. Because last season we had 9 stops on the Takeover Tour. It was just an incredible achievement. It was an incredible initiative we had last year. It was absolutely brilliant. And it was just such incredible. This has been a huge success for the league, the Takeover Tour. It really has, in just more ways than one. Yeah. So I'm now going to give you guys the overall. I'm just going to remind you the overall attendance of last year's tour. Okay, so the 2024-25 Takeover Tour saw an overall attendance of 123,601 fans attend at least one of the 9 stops on last year's tour. We are now 10 stops in on the 2025-26 Takeover Tour, and as of right now, as of right now, the current total attendance is 116,006. That is correct as of January the 25th, 2026. You mean 6. Pray 6. Was the 26th of January? Nope. Sorry, was the 18th of Sunday? Yeah. Oh, my bad. Sorry. No, don't worry. No, my bad. No. Why am I getting dates mixed up? No. I've got it down correct. Nah. Sorry, my bad. They were Sunday, weren't they? Yeah. Can I just check that? Because you might be correct. This could be a bit of a whoopsie moment here. No, it was 25th. Where did I get 26th from? I don't know. At that point, it was literally like close to going on break for Milano, so there was a lot to get through at that point. So yeah, so 116,006 people have currently attended one of the first 10 stops as of January the 25th, 2026. Sorry about that. I didn't see remember that. No, it's fine. It's fine. It was a very jam-packed first half. Yeah, it was a very jam-packed first half of the season, so we can forgive him for mixing up dates. We've all done it. We've all done it. Luckily, you have a support team here to help you. Yeah. So all we kind of need is just basically just 8,000 people to attend on Sunday, and that's it. Bob, we've crossed over the threshold. Which I'm not sure how confident we were going to do that, given how early the tour you had Chicago massively let us down. Dallas did not impress. And Detroit was a shocker. They had a drop. Detroit had a drop. And yet the league has been to Detroit every single season. And still has got one more to come after we come back. Yeah. So it's like, that's a shock. I mean, Detroit, you keep saying you definitely want to happen in your city, but that's not good. You have a drop compared to the first two seasons. No. That's bad. Yeah. That's really bad. So, I mean, Denver did really well the first game when they hosted Burbank Banter Sisters, and yet there's an AFL playoff game happening not just a lot over the other side of the river. Yeah, so there you go. So we're going to cross that threshold on Sunday. We're going to... And, yes, one more thing before we move on. Yeah. When we get the attendance flash on the screen, us three are going to start a chant. Yes, we're going to start the Give Denver a Team chant. Yeah, because obviously, you just know the locals are going to chant We Want a Team. And we were like thinking, well, can we really join in on that? Because technically we already have a team. It's in Minnesota. So what we're going to do is when the attendance flashes, the moment play resumes, we're going to start this chant. Give Denver a Team. Give Denver a Team. We're going to start that chant once play resumes. Then hopefully, the idea is other people in our block will join in that chant, or they could just do the We Want a Team chant. Okay? So if you're going to be in block 122 on Sunday, the moment the attendance flashes, that's your cue to join in with us in shouting, Give Denver a Team. Okay? Because us three all believe that Denver can work. I've done the research. There are other facilities that can be used if Ball Arena is not practical. So I do know the possibility is there. Okay? So we're going to start that shout. Okay? So yeah, so just brace yourselves for that. Yeah. So that's going to be a very busy afternoon because it's 2 p.m. Mountain Time. It's an early start. 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So we probably will just head out for somewhere to eat afterwards. Then when we come back to our hotel, it's the Oscars! It's the Oscars! Come on, Huntrix! Come on, Huntrix! Come on, girls! Best original song locked in. And I can confirm they are definitely performing at the Oscars. We just got that confirmation on Tuesday. So Huntrix are going to be performing at the Oscars. Let's hope that performance is a lot better than the Brits one. No, the girls did fine, but the problem with the Brits performance was you then could hear the audience singing along in the background. And I'm like, no, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I just want to hear them. I don't want to hear the audience. Yes, please sing along, but make sure you're not picking up on the mics. Okay? So that's the only problem I had. Plus, there was a lot of clumping going on. So there was a lot of heavy clumping going on throughout the performance. So there's only supposed to be one clump, and that's kind of like your big drop after the. Let me try and figure what it is. Me. And then, and then it goes, we're so to break. That's the only time you should remember a club where you like a big drop, but it was just routes. Yeah. They were fine. They fall fine. Just yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So when we get back to our hotel, we're gonna probably be thrust in checking out the results of the Oscars and seeing how Huntrix have done. I'm fairly confident K-pop is going to win Best Original Song. I'm confident in that. Best Anime Feature, I'm not too sure because they're in the exact same category as Zootopia 2. Zootopia 2 was a massive hit last year. I personally needed that good laugh last December when it came out. Well, it came out on Thanksgiving weekend, but I couldn't get to go until the week after. And I really needed a good laugh for that. It was just, it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So Zootopia 2, I think, is K-pop's biggest threat to win that. So I wouldn't be surprised if K-pop gets Best Song, but Zootopia gets Best Anime Feature. Would not be surprised by that. So yeah. And I've downloaded K-pop on Netflix. I know we've already watched it. We watched it after our Taylor tour getting in Edmonton back at Christmas. But I've downloaded it again, so we can watch that on the plane if we so choose. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. So on Monday, so the 16th, we just basically fly back to Minneapolis. Again, it's an afternoon flight, so by the time we land back, we'll be roughly landing back in Minneapolis about 4:30. We'll just go straight back to the hotel. And then on the Tuesday, we're a bit stuck. On Tuesday, so that's the 17th, we have a free day to pretty much do anything. Literally anything. Now, normally when I do fly out to the set, I do like to look up what activities are there to do in case I want to try and immerse myself into the surroundings and not just be stuck in a hotel there with nothing to do. But because we've only got really one free day, and the main focus we are there for is the PDHL. And there are other PHL games going on the trip. I've got a section of that in my binder. With all the details. I've got a section of that so we know which game's going on when. I think I just need to update it. I'm going to have a look at that tonight. Just go quick update it. So we are a bit stuck on what to do for Tuesday. But I think we've got a plan. Lady, do you want to talk about the plan? Yeah, so I think what we're going to do on the Tuesday is we'll go to town and have breakfast and then see if we can find a tour bus. And just hop on that and just kill a couple of hours, go back to the hotel, freshen up, and then head out for a meal somewhere, then just to come back in the evening. That, I think, is the plan. Because you two did this last year with Philly. Well, yeah, because on the Philly trip, we did have the Thursday? We had the Thursday off with nothing to do. And so what we did on that day was we just simply wandered into town. We went to an IHOP. After that IHOP, we then went and found a tour bus, hopped on that, and just killed a couple of hours. And then just went back to the hotel afterwards, had a little bit of a breather, like I said, to freshen up, and then just went out again to go somewhere for a minute, and then came back. That's what we did. That's what we did in Philly, and I think that could work again for Minneapolis. What I think we need to do is when we check in on the Thursday, what I think we need to do is ask reception, are there tour buses, and then we know. When we come back for the second portion of being in Minneapolis, we can then go, right, we know that, ba-bum, hop along, and go down, so that's hopefully going to be the plan, we'll just kill a couple hours on a tour bus. If only ice cream parlours was still a thing. Oh, yeah. We might try and go to a Starbucks. Yeah, but they won't have ice cream. They'll just have coffee. Fair dues. Yeah, but you do have hot chocolate. I know. How much hot chocolate do you think I'm going to be drinking throughout the whole stay? Because Minnesota is very, very cold. So So let's do a little shot guess now. How much hot chocolate will I be drinking over the next 7 days? Have a little guess on that. Ponder on that, boys and girls. Yeah. So that's hopefully going to be the plan. Now, in the evening, there is a Wild game on. The Wild are going to be at Chicago. I don't know if they're going to do a watch party. Do you watch parties for road games? Maybe someone can mention that as well, because obviously I don't mind. Well, the Wild are my second team. I adopted the Wild this season, but I haven't really watched that much Wild games compared to Sharks games when it comes to the NHL. Yeah. You haven't really got that balance right yet, George. But, well, because the main priority is PSL, I know, but you haven't really managed to get that balance right. You will eventually, but obviously. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind if we have to then go to like a bar somewhere and watch the Wild at the Hawks. Wouldn't mind that at all. So, yeah. So that's So wish us luck for that. Because that might be a bit of a long game. That might be when I get a lot of game traders red. They're gonna be stuck in the hotel like, what do we do? Wait, there's a cinema. We could go and see Hoppers. I thought I said to you we were going to do that act when we come back. Oh yeah, because obviously that came out last Friday. And you did ask me, like, are you going to go and see it? And I'm like, I don't know. Because I just, the trailers didn't really give me that much. It didn't really, like, give me enough to infuse me to want to go. Plus, Pixar is in hot waters with me right now over what I said about Elo, where it's called. Oh, what? Go on, tell her, George. Right, I saw it last week on social media. Pixar. Someone posted a news article with the boss of Pixar, who said that they made changes to. In fact, I'm going to get on my phone. It has really pissed me off for reasons that will that right now will only going to be clear to us three. They will become more clear when we you just tell me what your side project was called there. when the side project gets in the way, you'll understand why. I very just actually gave the title away. Oh, that's bad. That's bad, George. Your mind's going all over the place now. It's literally on shutdown. I might have a week off. Yeah. So originally, Elo, it's called. There originally was going to be LGBT plot elements, but they were scrapped because Pixar CEO said we're making a movie, not therapy. No. Now, last time I checked, LGBT plus is not therapy, it's a community. Okay, I can see why that would piss you off. So I'm actually a little bit not in the best mood with Pixar right now. For saying stuff like that. Well, let's face it, what happened in Lightyear didn't go down well because they obviously fell into the kill your gays trap. You clocked it! The moment that kiss happened, I knew exactly what was going to happen next. She's getting bonked off. Knew it! I saw that coming! It was so hard to watch this because you knew when Buzz came back and the heart goes out. It's like, oh no, his gay best friends died. How could you, Pixar? I know. We're never going to get a gay Pixar movie. It's fine. We'll just have to look it up. We'll have to just get that elsewhere. It's fine. Not really. Anyway, no, so we might see Hobbs come back. We might not. maybe do a dirty protest. We'll see. Okay, right. Anyway, it's a finish off. Then to finish off. I know this is a bit of a lengthy episode, but hang in there, guys. To finish off, we have, of course, Wednesday, March 18, 6 p.m. Central. It's the Charge and the Frost rematch. I always love a good rematch of the finals of the previous year. I always love it, and this has been quite. Well, we've got to tie. We're just going to tie the series. Otherwise, always got the best of us. And if we're to face the playoff series again this year, I'm not fancying my chances. Nope. So, yeah, obviously this is going to be. This is the most unpredictable matchup in the whole Professional Women's Hockey League. So, what better way to go out to any trip with a bang, with the fireworks? Ba-boom. Brace. Yeah, it's going to be incredible. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. And also, we will be seeing Michaela Cabra and Brooke McQuaid. Yeah, because obviously they got traded to Ottawa by Vancouver back in January. Maybe that's why you're a bit confused with the dates, because obviously in our time, it was early hours in the morning on the 26th. There we go, that's why. That's probably why you're a bit confused with the dates and all, with what happened with when the tennis was. Yeah, because obviously, and all that. Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah, so that's going to be exciting. We're not too sure if that trade has really helped Ottawa or not yet, yeah, because they just still can't find consistency! The Charge can't, they just still can't find it. Yeah, but, yeah, that's going to be extra powerful, the Charge there. And it's also going to be a giveaway night. It's going to be a bobblehead of Kendall Coyne's Schofield. So, get down there early, because I think there's like a set number, so you've got to be with like the first so or so fans to get in. Yeah, so get down there early. We will because we always get down to the games early anyway, just to make sure we are just all close to ready to go. Yeah, so we will. Yeah, so on the first episode back, if there's a strange thing on the desk, if there's a strange looking thing on Georgie's desk, then it's the bobblehead. You know why? You know why. You know why. Yes, I am a week away from finding out the joys of a bobblehead. And I will not be playing with it like how Randy Hall and Drew Mender did when they were in Pittsburgh on what was a Cindy Crosby bobblehead night. Yeah, Drew Williams Mitchell, they basically got it out and basically played with it and did like a little interview with it. It was like creepy crazy, but it's the kind of fun you get on a Sharks broadcast. So let's leave it at that. Yeah, leave it at that. Yeah, so that's gonna be exciting. Hero Firecracker. And then March 19, we will then be flying back home. That's gonna be a very busy day. So it's basically what we do on this Thursday, but in reverse. Yeah, so Minneapolis, then to Denver, then Denver back to Manchester. So we leave Minneapolis roughly sometime after 7 o'clock in the night on the Thursday. Then we land back in Europe in the early hours of the Friday. I did have to adjust my notes on that because I got the flight. Yeah, because I didn't. Because I was like, oh, is it still Thursday we come back here or is it not? No, it will then be the next day. Yeah. It will be the next day. Yeah. So we leave in the early hours of. So we leave in the early evening on the Thursday, and then we'll be landing back in Europe in the early morning on the Friday. So I just have to basically change that in the binder and just update that so it's all correct. Yeah. So obviously we don't want any information that to be wrong. Yeah. So so that's gonna be our life support for the whole week. So if any information that is wrong, then we're scuppered. We're screwed. We're fucked. And as you are, just insert it. Just insert it there. Yeah. So yeah, we're back in Manchester. We're back in Manchester about midday. We're back in Manchester at midday, and then basically as soon as we're back here, it's gonna be just basically sleep it off, because the jet lag will then kick in. So word of warning: if the first few episodes you get back from us, if my voice sounds really hoarse, it's because of the jet lag. I get terrible jet lag whenever I fly back to the States, wherever it is, whether it's East Coast or West Coast. Whenever I fly back home from the States, I always get like terrible jet lag. Yeah. So, just better. Because there's a lot of content to do when we come back from the trip. So should we do that now to end the show? Yeah, okay. Right, so we'll give you like so we come through the trip as a whole. We're going to just finish off by telling you what you can expect to come from Purple Rain when we come back on the trip. So the first thing we need to do is the Takeover Tour recap of Denver. So as you guys know, after each Takeover Tour, I always do a recap of those games. This one's going to be done a little bit differently because we actually will have been there in attendance. We actually will have been at this game. So it's going to be done differently. These two will be joining us. And if we have a souvenir, that will probably join us too. These two will join me for that one. We'll try and do it as a typical Takeover Tour recap. We'll recap the game. We'll give you the quotes, and then we'll finish it off with our thoughts on what it was like being there. That's what we're going to do. We will also be having a travel diary. So every single thing we do on the trip, we're going to be doing a travel diary about that. We're going to be doing an episode on what it was like being in Minneapolis. And we'll also do one for what it was like being in Denver. We're also going to do an episode where we basically tell you what it's like experiencing the PHL in person compared to just watching it on our screens on YouTube. We're going to do that. And we're also going to give you our thoughts for each game. So for each game, we're going to do a recap. We'll do quotes for the game, and then we'll tell you what it was like attending that particular game. So that'll be done as well. So there's going to be a lot of. So even though we won't be podcasting in Minneapolis and Denver, there is still going to be a lot of stuff to do when we come back. And then also we've got to do the Takeover Tour recaps for the Takeover Tour games. Let's go test my knowledge. Go for it, lady. Winnipeg on March 22nd, Chicago on March 25th, and Detroit on March 28th. All three done correctly. I thought I won't do the matchups, that would be too much stress to put up this. Yeah. So those will be the priorities coming back. Then after that, I've got a lot of Olympic hockey show stuff still to do. And all that. So it's gonna be done. Yeah, because there's a lot of positives you want to do. You got that. Yeah. Nobody know about that. So basically, when we come back from Denver, there's gonna be no rest for the wicked. There literally will be no rest for the wicked. We're gonna be just plunge. Did I say plunge or plunge? How you want to say plunge? We're gonna be just plunge straight back into it. Because as I said, when we come back, there's only about a month of regular season hockey left. And the World Cup playoffs will be here before you know it. The league's already confirmed the format last week. So it's basically the same as it has been the last two seasons. So top four, first place team gets to choose between third and fourth for their semi-final opponent, and it's best of 5 both rounds. So there you go. So this season is going by really quickly. Before you know it, we're going to be in June, and the entry draft will be here before we know it. So it's going to be going by. The only downside of this trip is it's going to go by really quickly. It's good. That's the only downside. It's going to go by really, really quickly. It will go with the blink of an eye. Before you know it, we'll be back home already and straight back to work on the podcast. Do you want to tell what we are doing in? Yes, this to be the far finger page. It's getting quite late. It's getting quite late now, guys. So we've kept you on here long enough. Okay. So while we will not be doing any podcasting in Minneapolis or Denver, we are going to be still doing stuff for that. We're going to be having lots of photos, lots of videos. Ideally, I'm going to be doing at least one photo each day. What, even when we're in the airports? Yes! Lots of people do it! If Sam God can film a blog in an airplane loo, then I think we can just easily take a quick selfie. Done. In the airport lounge, okay? So, yes. Yeah, so keep your eye on Thursday because it will all start then. We can even do one when I was in bed. Don't! Oh, sorry! Don't! That's why that was landed. We'll be absolutely knackered afterwards with different time zones. Yeah. Yeah, but ideally we're going to have at least one photo each day. When we're at the games, I'm going to be doing videos and photos during the warm-up sessions, like I've done whenever I've been to Stars A. For all 3 games, I'm also going to record the pre-game stuff. So if anything you have, so if you do have a pre-game intro, I'm going to record all of that, as well as the starting lineups. Yeah. That'll be done. I'll do that for all 3 games. You know, chances are the mid-up will be the same, but it's fine. Yeah, so we'll be doing a lot of videos. We'll be taking a lot of photos. That'll be done. Yeah. So make sure you check me out on the socials. The links are going to be in this episode description. Okay, but you're gonna want to stay tuned to my Instagram and my Blue Sky. I've literally last week got the Blue Sky set up. Yeah, so I think that will work better for me than Twitter. Yeah. So I am still on Twitter, but gonna be posting less on it. Yeah. So you can catch my Blue Sky. I'm going to give you my handles now. So, Blue Sky, I'm on Blue Sky at georgedhand.bsky.social. I think it's pronounced B-Sky. Is it? So, okay. Right, so you can buy on Blue Sky at georgedhand.bsky.social. That is my Blue Sky account. And my Instagram account is at georgedhand. So remind you again, Instagram is at georgedhand. Blue Sky is at georgedhand.bsky.social. If you're just on Blue Sky, if you just type George D Hand in the search bar, it'll probably come up there straight away, okay? It'll probably there straight away. So that's where I'm going to be posting lots of stuff from our trip. They're going to be on there, on the socials. And then when we come back, we're going to have so many episodes where we just get to talk about it and relive it and recap it. So that will take us pretty much into the thick of April. Yeah. So, but this is it. This is it, guys. This is going to be the trip of a lifetime. It's been not just 3 years of PDH out in the making. It's been 16 years in the making. Since that first taste I got in Vancouver with the Vancouver Olympics. So it's here. Pray for us that nothing goes wrong. Just pray for us that nothing goes wrong. We want a nice, smooth trip. Okay? So pray to us pray for us that nothing goes wrong. Okay? We want a nice, smooth, easy trip. So, it's here. It's here! Oh my god, it's here. Oh god. Can't believe it. It's here. It's fine. We're ready. Right now. Ready. It's gonna be an emotional roller coaster. It's gonna be such an absolute emotional roller coaster. So, so if you are coming to any of those 3 games, do come and say hi. We do not bite. Unless you provoke us, then we do bite. We're going to be in block 115 for both games at Grand Casino Arena, and we'll be in block 122 in Ball Arena. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing, and we just cannot wait. Just get me out there. Get me out there. We're ready to go. Yeah, we are ready. We're ready to go. So we will be seeing you again. Probably, should we aim for the following Tuesday when we come back to the 24th for the first episode? Do we even want to dare do that? Do we even want to dare put a date down when we're coming back? Well, he did for Milana. Well, I did for Milana, and then obviously that ended up being a bit of a... ended up going rock out the kilter, because you then said, hold on, isn't that for the regular season? You're like, it's like, yeah, because we did then release some bonus episodes before we brought back the regular season episode last week. Yeah. Tell you what, let's just say we'll see you when we get back. Okay? Yeah, because I think, yeah, maybe, yeah, because it's all going to depend on the jet lag. It's all going to depend on the jet lag. Plus, we don't know what we're going to record first when. So we will see you when we come back from the trip very, very soon. Okay? So, there you go. So is this the last one? This is the last one. This is your last episode before our trip. And like I said, we'll be gone for weeks. We'll be back hitting the pause button again! We've only just unpaused. We've only just unpaused from Milano. We're hitting the pause button again. It's for good reason. It's for good reasons. Yeah, so we are hitting the pause button again. And we will be back from our trip. We'll see you guys really soon. Honestly, we can't wait. So, if you're going to be in one of those 3 games, we'll see you then. But if not, take care, guys, and don't forget to feel the freeze.